we're back. And Happy New Year, YouTube. But not for me. We're back. Banished for the new year. Day 2. But for you, you're probably hungover as fuck right now. Enjoy some Banished as you sip on that additional piece of alcohol to reduce the hangover, because that's the best cure. I mean, hey, everybody says, oh, drink some eggs, blend this shit together and all these miracle cures. No. The cure when you're like fucked beyond belief, hangover after a heavy night of drinking, just take like a small shot of like vodka or something. Just bam. Don't get wasted. Just take like one shot, maybe two. Depends on how bad it is. If you're like twitching and shit, maybe take 2 shots, just to ease yourself off, right? Bam, you'll feel fine. You'll come off slower. You're not gonna be twitching and shit, right? That's the cure. The solution to hangover, to alcohol withdrawal, is just a little bit more alcohol. Now that's for all the alcoholics that don't have a problem. Didn't make sense. That's for all the people that don't have a problem. If you're an alcoholic, well, I mean, that's a good advice for alcoholics too. If you want to quit drinking, don't go cold turkey. If you have a real problem, Jesus, don't fucking kill yourself. Just ease off that shit. If you're doing like a liter of vodka a day, drop down to like half a liter, then drop down again, for a couple days, and then drop down again to like 250. Right, then drop again down to like a couple shots, and then just wean yourself off, motherfucker. It's not a goddamn competition. It's a goddamn fight for survival at that point. Jesus. All right, what do you guys? Oh, here, speed this shit up. Okay, bam. Huh? That advice, spoken like a true person who had a problem, or has a problem, or had. I don't. If you're an alcoholic at one point in your life, but then you just kind of like get it all out of your system, are you still an alcoholic? Like if you drink for a solid like maybe 5 years, 10 years or something like that, just go nuts, right? And then you're just like, all right, I'm a little older now, I'm just gonna stop, right? Are you an alcoholic at that point? Like, are you an alcoholic for life? Or like, if you just kind of stop and like get all healthy and shit and like start working out and all that, are you still an alcoholic? I guess it's all mental at that point, right? Because like, you go to a bar, are you still able to have like 1 or 2 beers and enjoy yourself and then go home? Or like, are you like 2 beers in and then bam, woohoo, off to the races? You still that guy or girl? I don't know, it really depends. I guess it's a mental thing. If you mentally transform yourself and you're no longer that person, are you still an alcoholic? Or anybody with, I don't even know. It's like addiction. It's addiction. It's not really alcohol. It could be anything, right? It could be drugs. Could be addiction to, maybe you replace your whatever it was, drug problem or alcohol problem, with a healthy problem. Like I don't know. Let's say I used to be a crack addict, right? And now I'm no longer a crack addict, but I've replaced it with like an addiction to like fucking cycling or some shit, right? To get all healthy and shit. But like at that point, if you're addicted to cycling, I know people who are addicted to like fucking running and shit. It's like, Jesus, they wake up every day at like 4 a.m. and they run like 5 miles, and then they get their day started. It's like, you do that your whole life. Like, yeah, you'll be healthy, but you'll be in a goddamn wheelchair when you're 60. This is gonna wear your fucking knees out. You're gonna wear your joints out and shit. You gotta fucking pace yourself. Don't just be jogging 5 miles every day. You gotta switch that shit up. Do swimming, jogging, cycling. Just switch it up. Don't just fucking burn your legs out. Are you kidding me right now? Like, you look at these marathon runners, and like, yeah, they're jacked up and healthy as fuck. But it's like by the time they're like 65, 70, they got like hip problems. They had like surgeries on multiple knees and shit. Like, what are you doing? I understand you want to push yourself. You want to be the best. You want to win. But it's like, geez, at the consequence and sacrifice of like, yeah, okay, I'm going to live longer because I'm healthy. But do you want to be living longer in a wheelchair or with crutches or with like a fucking limp and cane and shit and like being all weird and shit? Possibly getting an addiction post-surgery in your 70s, in your late age, later years. Getting surgeries to give you some Vicodin, bam, you get addicted to the painkillers. Then, path that goes down. Prices of the pills go up. you switch to heroin because it's cheaper and it does the exact same thing, right? I watched all that shit. Are you kidding me? I watched all that shit, all those documentaries. Motherfucking, oh, here's some pills. And then people get hooked. Oh, by the way, they cost twice as much now, and they're harder to get. But guess what? The cartels know that shit too. What do you think they're doing? Marijuana is getting legalized in the States. What do you think the cartels have done? They're flooding the fucking US with high-grade cocaine, heroin. If you look at the cartel activity over the past couple years, they've been upping their game. Holy shit. It's everywhere. And it's fucking premium shit, too. America's got a goddamn epidemic in that shit. In every goddamn city, every state, every surrounding city to America, like every border city, it's everywhere. Like, what are you doing? Huh? Fentanyl, all that shit. It's everywhere. Cartels reacting. That's why you gotta make everything legal. Make it. Do what Portugal did. Look at fucking Portugal. They're doing amazing. Everything's legal. Everything's regulated. Everything's clean. Let's cancel this. The fuck? Why do we have 2 tunnels? Get out of here, tunnel. What are you doing? Jesus. Anyways, back to this game. What are we doing, huh? What happened? What happened? Just went on a goddamn rant. That's what happened. I'm just waiting for this stuff to be built. What are they building? Where are they? Are they building stuff down here? What are they working on? Where are my goddamn builders? Are they focusing on like a market or some shit? Where? Okay, they're doing this bridge. We got the stone. Okay. Okay, they're working on this market, I think. Well, at least finish the bridge first, guys. What are you doing? Should probably grab a stockpile somewhere around here, cause I'm fucking my dudes up. Okay, let's drop a stockpile right here. Possibly, both. Okay, nice tight little small stockpile. Interesting topics. Do they affect your life? Maybe working as a social worker. That's actually a fucking, like, that interests me so much. I would love to be a social worker, but with all this shit that's happening around, oh my goodness, can we not build a road here? Oh shit. Okay, hold on. Get out of here, market. With all this stuff that's happening with like political correctness and all this like gender equality and transgenders and trans expressions, and like it's just it's there's so much shit in that field. Like I've been to seminars, I've heard from social workers in the field tell me that their friends are leaving the field in droves because, and I haven't seen this with my own eyes, but from what I've been told of people working in the field in Canada anyway, probably in the West in general, it's spreading like crazy, is that just as an example, they are now making children who are white stand on one side of the room and everybody else stand on the other side of the room, and they're making the white children apologize to the other people on the other side of the room for their white privilege. That's happening. It's not a field that interests me as much anymore once I hear something like that. I mean it's not an environment I want to work in, right? Yeah, it's brutal. It's brutal. Yeah, well, like I said, this is what I've been told. I haven't personally experienced it, but this is what I've been told. And I have no reason to disbelieve them or to not believe them. I mean, they're the ones working in the field, and they're the ones who fucking leaving their jobs. Like, they're fucking like, I would rather, like, fend for myself and look for my own job and be like at the risk of being homeless than fucking continue living in this goddamn environment. It's brutal. But yeah, social worker, like, Jesus, if people were normal, if people were fucking like common sense and like, you know, equality of opportunity instead of equality of outcome, then might be a different story. Cadro89 in the chat. I heard about some teachers give the non-white kids flowers for being non-white. That was a joke. Just an internet meme. Well, there's a lot of shit that's happening. Oh wait, no, I already built these roads. Oh, hold on. Oh, okay, so I can have this market here. Hold on. These are... Okay. This is fine then. This is fine. This is perfectly fine. Okay. Beautiful. Happy to have some common sense here in good old Europe. Yeah, well, I mean, so this all started... I don't know if you've been following what's been happening in like America and Canada with like the Jordan Peterson in Toronto and Brett Weinstein down in the States, that Evergreen College, University of Ryerson University, University of Chicago, all these universities. I mean, Chicago kind of shaped up. They've introduced some really good new policies to counteract this bullshit. But yeah, universities are getting hit hard. Social workers are now saying it's spreading into that field. They're essentially bringing these kids up. I mean, I guess it's all starting in the schools with all these new like you look at some of the like teaching plans or whatever the fuck, course outlines that some of these students are getting. Like the teachers would like give you examples of like, okay, here's what we're required to teach these kids now, and like it's a printout of like all these new like 50 plus gender pronouns and shit, and like they're teaching kids, they're making like kids in kindergarten, they're making them like color in like a coloring book. They're making them like connect with lines and stuff, like, okay, this person it feels like this, they genderly are neutral, they express themselves like that, even though their appearance may look like this. And you know, a normal person would be like, yeah, that's a guy, that's a XY chromosome. They're like, yeah, it doesn't matter, there's no such thing as chromosomes. Science is all just in the head, right? Dude, go down that rabbit hole, like YouTube that shit. It is scary shit. It is the scariest shit I've ever seen in my life. Like, Google and YouTube will give you such better examples that I'm giving you right now, because like there's just so much shit in my head about this right now that I don't even know where to start. I don't know so much if they screw the kids' minds, but it's definitely not helping. And you know, really the only solution I can see right now is like it has to start with the parents. It has to start with the parents. The parents have to fucking put their foot down and be like, holy shit, I don't want my kid part of this. But like that might work. That might work for the next, I don't know, 10 years or 20 years. But then what about when these fucking kids grow up and become parents? What are they going to be teaching their kids? And by the way, my theory is this is the result of the bubble generation. Remember like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, all the kids that are now in college, they were all like helicopter kids, like helicopter parents. Fucking one drop of rain outside and you get into an SUV and your mom drives you to school 2 blocks because you don't want to get wet. Picks you up every day to school, from school, 2 blocks. I don't know, because you don't want to walk. Dude, I was walking through fucking, like, I was barely surviving when I was in like grade 1, walking to school through fucking snow and shit. My parents just like, yeah, just don't die. Hopefully you show up after school. Now that's just my situation, right? But as an extreme case. But I'm pretty sure it didn't always used to be like that. Oh, participation awards. There's no fucking winners or losers. Everybody's important. You're a goddamn snowflake. Here you go, participation award. Guess what you're taking away from that child? You're taking away his ability to function in the real world when he grows up. Huh? When he gets hired by a company and they start thinking that, oh, the only way to get promoted is to complain and be a victim. Oh, my boss is gonna promote me. I'm a victim. I'm a goddamn special snowflake. They're gonna fire you. They're gonna goddamn fire you. They're gonna be like, who the fuck are you? We're gonna just get rid of you and get somebody who actually works hard and proves their worth and like gets promoted through hard work, not just complaining. Like, oh, it's raining outside. Goes up to their boss. Can you drive me home? Can you drive me home because it's raining outside? That's not gonna work. Get out of here. So anyway, those kids, they're not kids forever, right? They're now in university. They're now starting to enter the workforce. Why do we have things like all this victimhood culture? Oh, somebody looked at me the wrong way. Sexual abuse. Like, there's a difference between a guy like Harvey, whatever the fuck his name was, that got busted, the producer of all those Hollywood movies and shit, Harvey whatever, and like a dude like what Louis C.K. did. We just like showed up and started masturbating in front of women. Like, he even asked them, say, hey, can I masturbate in front of you? I know I have a problem and stuff, blah blah. Yeah, they're both kind of fucked up, but Harvey Weinstein or something, I don't know, Harvey something, that guy was like raping women. He was either drugging them, like forcing them, like even when they were sober, he'd like lock the door and be like, I'm fucking doing you, end of story, right? Like, that guy was a goddamn criminal. And then you got like guys being thrown into the same boat, like Louis C.K. and like, oh, all these like senators and shit. It's like, oh, this guy did something I didn't like, sexual abuse. Now he's in the same boat as goddamn Bill Cosby and all these other rapists. And it's like, by the way, you can't even justify the same, like, you have to remember, I did another video on this. It's like, these guys are like in their 70s. You can't fucking, like, do you have any idea? Have you ever watched any movies from the 50s and the 60s? That shit was rampant. That was like the culture. Have you ever seen anybody like Mad Men or whatever, like any movies from back then? It's like guys would just go up to women and like grab them and force themselves on them. If that shit happened today, they'd be in jail immediately. So you have to realize that the society is changing and culture's changing very quickly within like less than one lifetime. And now we're prosecuting all these dudes for living back then and doing shit that was pretty much normal back then. I'm not saying it was good or an okay thing to do, but back then it was normal. Just like you can't fucking if Abraham Lincoln was still alive, you're not going to be fucking prosecuting the guy for having slaves. Everybody had fucking slaves back then, right? You got to remember, it was a different time. Like, what the fuck? We're looking at it through the lens of today and like persecuting these guys. Like, I mean, Cosby, obviously, but Weinstein, all those guys. I don't know, like, when he did all this shit. He probably, I think, I didn't really follow what happened with that guy, but like he probably was doing that shit way into like the 90s and like early 2000s. It's like, okay, this guy, get him. But like, Jesus, you know what I'm saying? Like Louis C.K., this guy was doing this shit back in the 90s, and it's like, okay, I mean, not acceptable, but at the same time, not the same thing. All right, not the same thing. I don't want to be compared. If I show up and start masturbating in a room in front of a woman and she doesn't like it, it's like, okay, she can leave. Like, it's not like Louis C.K. was forcing them to stay and watch, right? It's like, Jesus, if you want to leave, just leave. It's not in the same category as a dude locking the door and fucking raping you and then jizzing in a ficus. Like, that's not the same level. It's not the same fucking level. Are you kidding me? Not even close to the same level. Oh my goodness. Okay, we have a lot of laborers. Our labor count's up. Let's get more gatherers. Go up to 20 here. We have a bunch of foresters. We can drop this up to 26. Beautiful. Get that wood in there. Oh man. Logs, stone, and iron near capacity. Oh. See, this is exactly why. You see this? This is exactly why I fucking did this. Let's do another 10 by 10. Bam. 9 by 10. Oh, this one's gonna have to be a little smaller. Okay, that's fine. 10 by 10. Nice. Another fat one right here. Another fat fucking... Okay. There. Drop another 10 by 10 here. But yeah, like I said, Jesus, like, if it was normal, if it was a normal environment, I would love to go into social work. Like, Jesus, that shit... Like, I don't know if everybody kind of feels the same way like me, but like I get a satisfaction from helping younger people, or just less fortunate people than me. I'm guessing everybody's like that, but like not everybody has the, you know, the knowledge or the drive necessarily. Some people are just like out for themselves. They're just like, fuck it, I want to get my money, I want to go home, and I want to fuck everybody else. Like, just get out of here. If I can get paid to do that shit, Jesus, that'd be awesome. But not in a fucked up environment. I'm sure there's like little pockets of common sense like still around in here and there. But last I heard, that shit was spreading to Australia. It's all over South America now. All these fucked up bullshit ideas, and Europe's getting hit too pretty hard now. Like protests everywhere, fucking riots and shit. It's scary stuff. Like I'm really hoping that we get a grip on this and before it's too late, because you see what happened. You see what happened in Russia. You see what happened in Mao's China. You see what happened in well, look at North Korea right now. It's fucking communist as fuck. Like, these all these ideas, equality of outcome only leads to bad things. These are Marxist ideas just being kind of blanketed with kindness and understanding. You know what's more important than kindness and understanding? Truth. Sometimes the truth hurts. Sometimes you have an XY chromosome, and sometimes you have an XX chromosome. And sometimes you just can't fucking deny that shit. As soon as you start denying science, you've lost me. Like, I don't know if you've read any of this shit, but like, there's guys out there, married people, married men who have lived 40, 50 years of their lives, all of a sudden wake up one day and say, hey, I self-identify as a 6-year-old girl. So I'm going to live my life now as a 6-year-old girl. And the law in Ontario now requires you to refer to them in that way. If you don't, it's a hate crime now. You can get taken to some court. What is it? There's a specific court in Canada that deals with this shit. I don't know what it's called specifically. You can get fucking taken to court, and then they'll take all your money and lock you in a cage. Like, what the fuck? This guy married with children. He's a 6-year-old girl now. And I saw videos of this shit. It's hilarious. Like, his wife's like, oh, that's what he is. And he's fucking like wearing a diaper. Or not wearing a diaper, but like he talks like a kid. He's just like, it's like, dude, we're nourishing a mental disease. We need to deal with it instead of nourish it. You know what happens to untreated diseases? They get worse. They get worse, not better. We're playing into these people and allowing them to like change laws. I don't know if they've changed any laws yet in Europe or America, but they've passed laws in Canada where I live, where if somebody comes into a classroom and says, I want you, the teacher, to refer to me as this pronoun, like Z, Zer, whatever, instead of he or she or you, girl and female, like you can tell, and the teacher doesn't do that, they can get prosecuted in court. That's a law. Bill C-16. You are now compelled by law to speak a certain way. That's fine if the law says you're not allowed to say certain things. Like, I think it's a law here that you're not allowed to deny that the Holocaust existed, which is fine. You're not allowed to libel someone or slander them or try to get them in trouble by saying they did something that they didn't do. right? You're not allowed to do that. That's fine. That's fine. But as soon as you start legislating what you should be saying, that's a fucking dangerous road, and that is gonna lead straight to fucking communist China and Russia and like Mao's China. Like that is just, we've been down this path several times in the past, and none of them, not one, have worked out. Give me one example where that shit has worked out ever in all of human history. And we even have a live example in North Korea right now, where you take away people's freedom of speech and you legislate what they can and can't say, or well, specifically what they can say, what they should say. That is a recipe for fucking disaster. And guess what? It's already a law in Canada. I don't know if it's Canada wide yet, but it's definitely in Ontario where I live. I think they're trying to pass it across all of Canada. In a couple universities down in the States, I think it's also that way. Like it's absolute psychoness that's happening right now. And psychoness, yes, I just made that word up, and it's a word now, as of 5 seconds ago. Psychoness. I don't know what the I just, I hope I get hit by a car and I just don't have to deal with this shit, because like I'm unfortunately gonna be alive to see the repercussions of this fucking bullshit. Huh? Jesus. Okay, we got a lot of builders. Why are they not building? What are they building? I'm waiting. I'm waiting on this. What is this? Is this full? Gatherer. 4,000. Let's double that shit. Get out of here. Bam. 8. Got him. Got him, buddy. Oh, fuel. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Beautiful. Look at this. Huh? You like that? That pronoun stuff is just on TV sometimes here in Germany. Never in real life. Exactly. How long are you going to stream? Asking since I have to go AFK for a bit. We've been going for, so probably, what time is it right now? 28. So we're gonna go for like maybe another 20 minutes on this part, and then another maybe 2 parts after this. So probably like a solid 2.5 hours, 3 hours, something like that. Maybe, I don't know. That's all good, man. You can go AFK. Germany. I'm a fan of Germany. I know a lot of. I grew up with some Germans, and I have some Germans in the family. Yeah, it's only on TV there, right now. But guess what? It wasn't on TV 2 years ago. Huh? Guess what? It's already started in Europe, or not in Europe. In England, in Great Britain. It's already started there. It's almost as bad as it is here, there. So it's just gonna fucking spread across Europe like a fucking plague. Jesus, it's everywhere. These weird ideas. I don't know. Hopefully you guys make it out alive. Europe seems to be like a resilient fucking cockroach. No matter what the fuck happens to Europe, they just keep going, huh? They just keep going. Can you imagine, like, all of human history, all this shit that's happened in Europe? They're still going. They're not even close to being as fucked up as like some other countries. They're still going hard. Probably because of competition. That's my understanding. Because there's just so many countries and they're all competing against each other that they're naturally just always better than like single countries in the middle of nowhere trying to make it. Okay. Builders, where the fuck are you? What are you doing? Okay, let's follow this guy. What are you doing, huh? Are you educated? Yeah, you are. Do we drop another school? Oh shit, we only have one school. I think we would drop another school somewhere. Should we just drop 2 schools right beside this could all be stockpiles as well. Like, we got lots of room to grow here. Okay. Let's just drop a school. Oh wait, what? rode that shit up. Are you kidding me? Get in here. Oh yeah. Bam. Nomads, get out of here. I'm not fucking my own town over. You diseased fuckers. Get out of here. That is like such a dangerous thing to do. I've seen countless people play this game and just accept nomads, and then they disease the fuck out of the whole town and just crash. Everything just fucking crashes. Okay, do we want to start dropping some more nodes up here? That's the goal for today, is to cover the whole map. Okay, here we go. Rehab sports. Interesting. Rehab sports. Okay. So nodes here. Mark it there. This one covers these ones. Could drop another node down here, but I mean, why not? Is it because we have no stone? Oh, that's why. That's why they're not building. Okay. Let's drop this down to 5 and 6. Let's pump up the foresters to 30. Pump up the gatherers to 24. Let's drop that down to... Well, since we have no stone, we don't really need builders. So let's go up to... Alright, what did we produce last year? Still producing more than we're using. Okay, good. We're stable. Fucking food. That's all that matters, is the food. Produced 30. Tools used 33. Doesn't matter, because these guys are always full. They're always jacked up. Alright. Here we go. Here we go, buddy. Huh? Time we start. 33, 31. Okay, perfect. Okay, so all we're waiting on is stone. Oh, here we go. What's going on, boss? What's going on? Huh? What do you have for me? Yes! More stone. More coal. More everything. Bam. 132. We have so much iron. 34. Goddamn math. So it's at least 850. Jesus. That was close. The hell kind of Psycho Rain Man shit was that? Holy fuck. What happened there? Jeez. Well, not quite, but close. We're gonna need... Oh, Jesus. We're gonna need another school. Need another school. We need these people to be educated. Drop a school right there. Maybe we drop some storage barns, but I don't really think that would be worth it. I'm wondering if I can... Okay, what did they blow this stone on? What are they actually building? Now that they have stone. Okay, so they built this tunnel. But what are they doing now? Another node down there. Are they gonna fucking do this tunnel too? Let's just pause this shit. Get this node up and running. Or at least these houses. Once we get these houses up, we can drop some a node down here. Fire the wood. Fire the wood. I don't really think we need this many woodcutters. We might, but I don't think we need that many. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We might get like really. We might run out of space. Shit. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Well, I need them to build. I can't really do anything until they build. Okay, we're getting more laborers, which is perfect. Goddamn perfect. Drop this down to 3 and 2. 3 and 2, get some more builders going. Huh? Okay, so... And then once this bridge is is finished. Ooh, wait a minute. Where's this market? Let's pin that ass. Pin that tail on that ass. Pin that tail on his ass. Okay, market here, market here. We could probably drop. Probably not. We're gonna need a market down here. And then pin that. Pin that. Okay. So now we can drop a couple houses down here. Wait, what? Oh, because the market. That's fine. House. House. Let's not bam. 4. Okay, there's 4 there. We can also drop Can we drop any in here? Can we just be... Alright, we drop one here. 2, 3, 4. Okay. As always, drop a stockpile over here. Beautifuls. Okay. And can we do one here? Can we do one here? I believe we can. I believe we can. Beautiful boys. Huh? Okay, bam. Just dirt that shit up. Okay. Perfect. Goddamn perfect. Double road it. Okay, so now these areas are all covered by markets, which is awesome. We might be able to drop a forester shit down here. So let's do that. Get this whole area. Might actually just be able to do it like this. Forester here. Oh shit. Don't leave, buddy, don't leave. Ah, shit. He doesn't have anything that we want. Get out of here. Alright, back to here. What was it? We got the forester in. Gatherer. Which way we want to put this guy? We want to maximize the gathering. I guess we drop him like over here. Bam. And then drop a road. Down to here. Perfect. Do we have storage barns? King Fall 2000, what's going on? Free speech stream. Hello. How long have you been here? What the fuck? You're a goddamn hero in XCOM, by the way. You were. I mean, you died a couple times too, but you're a goddamn hero. Free speech. Yeah, no, I was just going on a rant about because Buddy, who was here before but left and will be back because he went to rehab. Not like drug rehab, but like sports rehab. I'm thinking that's what it said. Asked me if I wanted, if I would be interested in like being a social worker, and I was like, fuck that. Are you kidding me? Some of the stories I hear, like I would love to do that job, but not in that environment. Are you kidding me? Not in that environment. Jesus. If you missed the rant, trust me, it'll be a highlight on YouTube. That shit is gonna be a goddamn highlight. Probably not gonna be released until like January because I'm pre-scheduled these because I'm gonna be out for a couple weeks. But what are you talking about? I played XCOM, so technically I'm still going with XCOM. This is just a Fallout for the winter, brr, or not Fallout. Banished for the winter and for the holidays and for the New Year's, brr. Okay, branding, get in there. See, it's cold. It's winter. This is a perfect game for winter. Okay, I need more storage barns. So here's what we're gonna do. Fuck that message. We're never running out of storage ever again. Oops. I fucked up. Okay. Let's do this again. This way. Bam. Bam. 3, 4. Oh! Just 4. Okay. Want to see something funny? Okay. I mean, you could tweet it at me, or I don't think links work in Twitch chat, but yeah, sure. I'm always up for some funnies. I'm always up for those funnies. Okay, hold on. Remove that shit. We fucked up. Let's get out of here. Let's put a little gap. Bam. 2, 3, and 4. Bam. 9 goddamn laborers. We have so much laborers. And it's perfect because it's right on the entrance of the bridge. Something equals monkey. I don't know these emoticons. I'm not like hardcore into the emoticons. I'm sorry. I know I should, but I don't. I know I should. I should design some custom emoticons. It'd be sick. That'll be like the 2018 goal. Iron? Jesus, we don't need iron, but we'll take it because we have so much goddamn firewood. 4, so 300. Bam! Look at that goddamn Rain Man over here. Are you kidding me? Bam! So stupid. On stream, that is fucking Rain Man material. Jesus, math on stream? Are you kidding me? It's funny. Okay, how long are we going for? 43. 42 minutes. Okay. That one was easy because we started at 10:01. Don't do math on stream. Okay, what are they building? Let's follow one of these fuckers. Bam. Where are you? Oh, he's actually building down here. Okay, that's good. Get out of here. Near capacity. It's okay. You just wait, huh? You just wait till I build these fucking storage barns. In fact, bam. Let's increase the goddamn priority here. I'm gonna wreck you. Kingfall 2000. Were you the guy that was watching during Tomb Raider and got all like offended because I was like, watching reaction videos is a waste of time or some shit? Or what was it? It's sad. It was sad. I was like, it's fucking sad, man. It's sad. And then you got all angry and you left. It's either you or somebody else. And then I'm like, okay, that's fine. I mean, I'm not saying you're a loser. I watch those fucking things too, and I'm not proud of it. Jesus. That's funny. This guy was like, he's probably having a bad day or some shit. I don't know. It's all good. Probably forgot about me. Hopefully forgot about me already. I do remember whoever it was, it might be Kingfall 2000, but whoever it was, I was fully expecting them to unfollow me. And like 2 days later, I'm like, oh, it's still following me. 3 days later, oh, it's still following me. Week later, maybe he forgot about me. And I was like, fuck it. And then I was making the XCOM soldiers. I could have sworn it was Kingfall 2000. Maybe it was somebody else. I don't know. And I was like, oh, Kingfall 2000. He's gonna be a fucking hero. And then I was like, oh, this is the guy. Isn't this the guy? Isn't this the fucking guy who got angry at me? Because I said it was sad behavior or some shit. Which it is. I mean, there's plenty of sad things that we do as humans. Don't have to be angry at it. Jesus. Like something as basic as I don't know. I wouldn't. Wow, you remember? Oh yeah, it is you. What's going on, buddy? What's going on? How you been? I don't know if this would fall into the same category, but like cell phones, and like you have to look at it objectively, right? And like I have a cell phone, right? But but I try really hard. To not like be addicted to this. But like I saw this video, and this, I don't know who it was, but a lot of people are along like the same idea. They're like, can you imagine if somebody invented? I made all XCOM. They're all followers. All the soldiers are followers. They're like, can you imagine if somebody invented a drug, and all this drug did was make you stare at your hand all day, every day, 24/7, everywhere you went. That's what this drug did. It was just, and they're just like, we would be like, what the fuck? We would ban that shit immediately. And then they're like, well, that's what cell phones are. It's like, literally, people are just completely missing it. They're like, yeah, everybody's just fucking walking around staring. You go to a coffee shop or a restaurant or anywhere, airport, everybody's just staring at their palm. Some people like this, some people like that. You know, some people closer, some people farther, some people are trying to hide it, some people go like that, but they're all staring at their hands. It's like, Jesus. Oh my goodness. So I try to keep that shit under wraps. Like, I try really hard. It's difficult. I used to have like a huge problem with this shit. Like, I used to fucking be deep into that, and I was like, fuck, this is not good. Like, I gotta get this shit under control. It is like it breeds antisocial behavior. Like, I started noticing, I was like, I really don't want to go out in public. I really don't want to talk to people. Like, and I was like, oh, it's the phone. So then I was like, fuck, I gotta get that shit under wraps. Because like, I'd rather text you instead of call you. I'd rather text you or email you instead of like go have coffee with you, talk to you face to face. Like, Jesus, the amount of problems that shit spawns is unheard of. Like, can you imagine like how many issues have been created over text messages or email because you can't see the person you're talking to, you can't see their expressions, you can't see the tone of voice or anything like that. I use my phone to make calls, check Google Maps when I'm lost, listen to podcasts, check emails from time to time. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's fine, but see, like, have you ever had that issue where, like, say you're standing in line at like Walmart or whatever, and you pull your phone out to check the time, and you end up like getting lost in Twitter or whatever, or you pull your phone out to check the time and you completely forget to check the time. I've had this happen to me so many times where I pull the phone, I'm like, what time is it? I go to check the time and I don't even check the time. I unlock the phone and I go straight into like LinkedIn or Twitter or Google News or something, and I just start reading headlines and tweets and stuff and like YouTube videos and just looking at that. And then I put the phone away and I'm like, oh shit, what time is it? I didn't even check the time, right? Like, that's when you know you have a fucking problem. It's just like you randomly just pulling out your phone and staring at it. It's like a little dose of dopamine, all the colors and shit that activates all the pleasure responses in your brain. All right, let's Rain Man this shit. 7950, okay, 4. I failed. My Rain Man skills are subpar. 9? I knew it was like 89 or some shit like that. It wasn't 2K. So I'm overpaying by how much? 2? Get out of here. Give me this shit. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. I don't understand this. Oh, hold on. Oh, Jesus, I missed so many messages. I use... Okay. Fact, I might change to a VoIP service to save money. Dude, okay. I pay $5 a month for my cell phone, and I use Fongo. And it's VoIP phone calls, and I have data only. So I have, like, you know, the tablets and stuff, the LTE tablets. I have data only on this, and it's a flex plan. So I have X amount, pay $5. If I go over that, I pay $10. If I go over that, I pay $20. So usually I go over, so I pay on average, I've been doing it for about 2-3 months. On average, I pay like $20-$30 Canadian for this. And it's unlimited data. Unlimited data. And just, that's it. People want to call me, they can call me on the VoIP number. It's free. I pay, like $6.99 for 6 month unlimited worldwide texting through Fongo. And I'm not sponsored by Fongo, so I'm just saying, like, that's what I do. And I just canceled my phone plan. Because I was paying like $80 a month before. And now I have the exact same amount of data, infinite data. I have more data now, actually. I can use as much data as I want. And that's all I do. I use data. And then for phone calls, every now and then somebody calls me, I just use Fongo. That's it. For texting, use Fongo. iMessage is data. Everything's data. All you have to do is just make sure to not answer your phone when somebody actually calls your actual phone number. Only answer it when they call your Fongo number. Because as soon as you answer your phone, they'll charge you up the ass. And don't send text messages through your regular phone. Send it through Fongo. But if you have an iPhone, just use iMessage. Or WhatsApp. You can use WhatsApp. I use that shit for messaging. Everything else is data. Like, what the fuck? I'm paying $5 a month. It's insane. It's fucking insane. You have any idea how much savings that is over a year? That's like a new fucking phone after 1 year. It's a brand new iPhone. What is this? What is this? Okay, hold on. Oh, Tryhard. Okay. It's like, what the fuck is that? Tryhard 7. Wait, what the fuck? I never saw an unlimited data plan. No, so what it is, it's a flex plan, right? So it starts off at $5. Your limit is, I think, 500 megs. If you go over 500 megs, then it's like a gig. You pay $10 or something like that. If you go over a gig, then it's like 3 gigs and you pay $20. If you go over 3 gigs, it's like 5 or 6 gigs and you pay like $40. If you go over that, good luck, then you pay like $50 and it's like 10 gigs. But it's like, who the fuck's gonna use 10 gigs? I'm always on Wi-Fi, right? Usually I use about anywhere between 1 to 3 gigs, so I end up paying like $20, right? It's called a flex plan. I'm with Rogers in Canada. But I'm pretty sure like other providers have that, like Bell or like if you're in the States, Verizon, just check them. But it has to be, like, I called in and I was like angry as fuck. I was pretending to be angry. But I spent a long time just arguing with them and I was like, look, I want to cancel. And they're like, why? And I was like, well, I don't use my phone. I just use data. So they gave me like a tablet plan on my device, which this is exactly the same as a tablet. It's exactly the same as an iPad, except it can take a SIM card. Like it takes, or no, it can take regular phone calls. Those LTE tablets can take SIM cards too. So they disabled my phone. So this, from my service provider's perspective, this is a tablet. So I have a tablet plan on this phone, and that's all I do. I just use WhatsApp for everything, and I use Fongo for the rare phone call I have to make. If I have to text somebody regular text message, I use Fongo. Everything else I use iMessage for, or WhatsApp, and then email, and fuck, everything else is data. Everything else is data. So there's that. Let's jack up these builders a little bit. But yeah, it's a tablet plan. It's not a phone plan. Magic Jack VoIP is $35 a year. Well, I mean, I don't have a landline. This is it. This is my phone. Like, if I had a landline, yeah, I probably wouldn't use it. Because I just use my phone. And the beauty of, like, if you're in a basement or in some cement building or something and you have no reception, the beauty of using data is when you're on Wi-Fi, it doesn't matter about reception. As long as you're on Wi-Fi, they can reach you. So there's that. And also Magic Jack, same thing, right? You don't need a good connection. But yeah, it's a life changer. Like, not many people know to do that, but like, and most service providers, they don't want to fucking do that. They don't want you to do that. But I made such a big deal. I was threatening to cancel. I was just like, I don't need this phone anymore, blah blah blah. Like, I was very professional. I was like, look, it doesn't make sense, blah blah blah. Like, it doesn't make sense for you guys, it doesn't make sense for me. Like, just like, okay, what can we do? I'm like, well, I mean, I've been a loyal customer. Like, all I really need is data. That's it. I don't need phone calls. They're like, okay, wait, let me see what I can do. And this guy just like did whatever the fuck he did in the back end, and he just switched me over to a data only plan. And I'm like, that's perfect. I guess I'll stick with you guys. That's all I need. The only thing is, I don't know if you have an iPhone. Very important service announcement. If you want to do that, and what they're going to do from the service provider's perspective, they're going to remove your phone plan and they're going to transfer your plan as a data only tablet plan. So if you're thinking, oh, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna forward my number to my Fongo number or whatever, my VoIP number, it's not gonna work. You need to have a phone plan in order for the call forwarding on iPhone to work. So why the fuck are you cold? Oh my goodness, I have so much firewood. What are you doing? So you're out of luck there. But that just means that you have to be really cognizant of not actually picking up the phone when somebody calls your actual number, and only pick it up when somebody calls your VoIP, whatever service you choose to use. It doesn't have to be Fongo, but Fongo works the best in my opinion. Yeah, and that shit. That's it. I mean, might as well just use that. Like, why would you need anything else? Oh, here we go, huh? How about that, huh? I don't want to see you complaining ever again, you fucks, about goddamn storage. More than enough storage. Okay, let's drop this road up here. Where the fuck is this road? Oh, okay. Now here's the thing. Do we want to go along the edge? Maximize space? I think we do. I think that's the play. Magic Jack. I remember watching the Magic Jack commercials when they first introduced it, like back in the 90s or like early 2000s. I was like, holy shit, this is gonna revolutionize the world. Oh my god. And then smartphones became a thing, and I was like, oh, well, I mean, if you still have a landline, I guess, but people started dropping their landlines like crazy. Like, I don't know anybody who still has a landline. Granted, I don't know that many people. I maybe, like, I know a lot of people, but like I'm not close with that many people. So like, everybody I talk to, except for maybe like older people in my family, they might still have a landline. But that's because they like live in the middle of nowhere. Like, they have no reception, no nothing. They have no internet out there. They live literally in the woods, in the middle of nowhere. So like, I guess you'd need a landline there. But like, if you're in a city or the outskirts of any kind of metropolitan area that has any kind of cell service or internet, like, you don't need a landline. Like, you're fine. Like, as long as you have internet, you're fine. Like broadband internet, not dial-up. Oh my goodness. Kingfall, I don't even know if you're still here. Do you live in the States? I forget. Because I was reading yesterday the FCC, this fucking net neutrality thing. FCC is starting to fuck us. Or fuck, well, we're part of America. Come on. We're the 51st state. Whatever the fuck happens down there is going to happen here too. They're trying to fuck us with this net neutrality. Everybody's freaking out. There's like riots and stuff in front of the FCC building. Google, Facebook, and another huge company, Pandora something, not the music service, are all rallying their lawyers. And they're going to just flood the FCC with legal battles and shit, whatever the fuck it's called. They're going to sue the fuck out of them. Like, you can't Google and Facebook and shit. And you know what really pisses me off? It doesn't affect us. Yeah, well, it doesn't affect us, I know, but do you really think Canada's gonna sit by and not adopt these policies if whatever the FCC is trying to do takes off? Like, we always follow suit with whatever the fuck the States does, except for healthcare. What was I gonna say? Yeah, like Google, Facebook, they're all rallying their lawyers for lawsuits and stuff. They're gonna battle this shit to the bitter end. And they're probably gonna win too. But what really pisses me off is, okay, Google, Facebook, all you guys, yeah, you have infinite resources, you have the money, you can afford the lawyers. FCC, guess who's paying for their lawyers? The goddamn taxpayers who are against this thing in the first place. Why the fuck, let's say I live in America, why the fuck are my hard-earned tax dollars going to pay for lawyer fees to fight for something that I'm so strictly against? Like if I was living in America right now, I'd be like, I'm not paying taxes until you fucking people give me the option to choose where my taxes go. End of story. And then they'll lock you up in a cage and like probably murder you or whatever. I don't know what the fuck government does. Taxes is like the stupidest thing in terms of the response level. Like if you don't pay taxes, the response is just so over the top from the government. It's like, okay, that's fine. You missed taxes for a year. Oh, that's 10 years in jail. Wesley Snipes, what the fuck did he do? He had to go to prison for a while. Not even the celebrities can escape that shit. Dirt road the fuck out of that. Bam. But it's like, dude, like give me the option to choose where my money goes. Like if I wanted to go to education or road repairs, infrastructure, whatever, healthcare, or bullshit lawyer fees for the FCC to fight against Google and Facebook and all these companies because they want to control the content, or they want to companies like Verizon and shit to control what you can see and not see on the internet. Okay, buddy. Okay. I would be interested to see how many people would willingly choose to support those lawyer fees. Because you know the taxpayer dollars are going to be paying for those lawyers. It's like, what the fuck? I'd rather my taxpayer dollars go to Google and go to them to pay their dollars, but they don't need the money. They have the money. It doesn't fucking matter. Jesus. Okay, what are you guys actually working on? It's winter. This is still in... Oh, it's because we have no stone. That's why. Okay, in that sense, jack up the hunters. Let's go up to the 10 fishermen. Somebody die? What the fuck? Oh, shit. Ate some poisonous berries. What are you doing, buddy? What are you doing? Jesus, why are you eating berries that are poisonous? Jesus. I thought you were educated. Don't we have 2 schools? We're educating the fuck out of you guys. Stop eating. Somebody's parents didn't teach them what berries to eat. Jesus. And I say parents because in this day and age, back in the wherever this is, probably the early to mid 1700s, late 1700s, that's fucking common knowledge. You should know which berries to eat and which berries not to eat. Like, what the fuck? Huh? That's goddamn survival. It's like you go to the store now these days. It's like you should know which food to buy and which food not to buy, which ironically enough is not many people know that shit, but it's okay. Oh my god, we're almost out of storage again. Shit. Trudeau or some other government said Canada is going to go forward protecting... Oh my god, thank you. Oh Jesus. Trudeau, you goddamn full head of hair, weed smoking, pretty boy, motherfucking amazing Superman costume on Halloween wearing Prime Minister. Jesus, thank God, Trudeau. But what happens when Trudeau's gone and somebody else comes in and decides, oh, it might be a better idea to adopt some of the United States policies in terms of net neutrality. Unless Trudeau signs some kind of thing where it's like, this can never be changed. We can never fucking go back on this. This is like, you know what we have to do? And I don't know who I heard propose this. Making the internet a utility. Like hydro and shit. And like electricity. Where it's like everybody gets it, right? Oops. Oh shit, how long are we going for? We gotta take a break. We'll be back. Hold that thought. Bam. And if you're still hungover from yesterday's partying, because this is gonna come out on New Year's Day, remember, if you're twitching, take a couple shots. If you feel real bad, take only 1 shot. The best hangover cure is a tiny little bit more alcohol. If you have some Jägermeister, warm that shit up. Take some nice warm Jägermeister shots. Soothe the stomach. We'll be back after this roughly 5-minute break for the one person watching on Twitch, Kingfall 2000.